Kingfishers, I hope you're okay. We've been learning about doubling. Can you remember what doubling is? Where you make something bigger by the same amount. And I've got a story here about doubling, except they use a different word for doubling. Let's have a look. If we look at the front cover of the book, which is here, we can see the title. And the title of this book is called Don't Count Your Chickens. And the person that wrote it, the author, is Simon Puttock. And the person that did all the drawings, the illustrator, is Ross Collins. Let's see what Ruth May gets up to. Those chickens. When Ruth May Leghorn was 6 years old, her parents took her to a chicken show. Ruth May was thrilled. Right there and then, she knew she had to have some chickens of her own. Some chickens, she said, would make me as happy as can be. Well, whatever Ruth May wanted, Ruth May usually got. Ruth May loved her chickens to bits. She cuddled and she coddled them, and every morning and every night she counted them. 1, 2, and she was happy, and so were the chickens. But one night Ruth May sighed and said, "I'm tired of just 2 chickens. Just 2 are not a lot. I want more. I want twice as many." And since whatever Ruth May wanted, Ruth May usually got, Ruth May got twice as many chickens to love. So can you work out what the other word for double is? She started with 2 and she got twice as many. She counted 1, 2, 3, 4 chickens every morning and every night, and she was happy. So twice as many means the same as double. So she was very happy, and so were her chickens, mostly. But Ruth May was not happy for long. "Counting 4 is such a bore," she sighed. "I want more. I want twice as many." What is twice as many as 4? So double 4. 8 chickens are a lot, said her mother. "I think 8 is a very nice number," said Ruth May. So double 4 is 8. Twice as much as 4 is 8. And since whatever Ruth May wanted, Ruth May usually got, Ruth May got twice as many chickens to love. Every morning and every night she counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 chickens. And she was happy. As for the chickens, they were getting all squashed up and growing a mite tetchy. Now, did Ruth May notice? No, she did not. She loved her chickens, but she was too busy cuddling and coddling and counting. And then, guess what? "Daddy," said Ruth May, "what is 8 and 8? "Ruth May," said her father sternly, "the answer to your question is no more chickens." But Ruth May pouted and Ruth May sulked, and she said, "Why, if I don't get twice as many, I shall be sad as can be." Ruth May's parents thought long and hard. They did not want her to be sad as sad can be. So, "Ruth May," they said at last, "tomorrow you shall have twice as many chickens." Oh, my goodness. The next day, Ruth May got 16 chickens to love. And she was happy. But the chickens were not happy at all. Those chickens were feeling cooped up and crowded in, and fed up to the back beak of being coddled and cuddled and counted. They decided to do something about it. When Ruth May went to count her chickens the next morning, there was not a single one to count. "Mama! Daddy!" Ruth May screamed. "We've had chicken thieves!" But Ruth May's mama and daddy said, "Come out onto the balcony, Ruth May, and look down yonder." Ruth May looked down yonder. There, in the park, were 16 chickens, all scratching happily at the grass. And in the grass were 16 nests. And in those 16 nests were 16 eggs. Ruth May's chickens had never laid eggs before. "Heavens to Betsy!" she cried. "There is another way to multiply chickens. When those eggs hatch, I will have twice as many." Oh my gosh. "Twice as many," said her daddy, "is far too many. Don't you think your chickens look happy where they are?" Ruth May sighed. She had to admit that her chickens had never looked so fine, all pecking, wild and free. And you know what? Ruth May did not sulk, and she did not pout. Instead, she thought long and hard. Maybe there was another way to love her chickens. "I think," she said at last, "I'm going to leave those chickens be." And now, whenever Ruth May looks down from her balcony, what does Ruth May see? She sees lots and lots of happy chickens, just far too many to count. "And that," says Ruth Leghorn, "makes me as happy as can be." And that is the end of our story. Hopefully you've learnt a new way of saying doubling. Twice. If you have twice as many of something, you have double. I hope you like that story, Kingfishers. Bye.